Good morning. It's sunrise here at Roach End. I didn't get out early enough, unfortunately, to catch the actual sunrise, but it's looking nice. There's some beautiful colours in the clouds. You can probably see them behind me. It's quite dramatic. But I've literally just started my very short ascent, and there's no time to get a composition of it really, unless I can get up there pretty quick and find something to use as a foreground. Meanwhile, I'm here today just to grab a few shots, see what I can come up with. No plan in mind, so let's see how it goes. Whilst all the action and drama is over that side, the direction I'm going is to these rocks, and I'm not sure whether to break out the camera for the shot or not, because it's not well lit right now. Could do some light across the heather. Could definitely do with some better cloud structure, but I'll take a few iPhone shots and hopefully that'll just satisfy. There's a lovely view there, but it just needs that little bit more to make it work. I've already spent too much time on this, and I need to get up this hill. But I just wanted to show you the composition I'm looking at right now. So it was these rocks. As I was coming up, the sky looked pretty good. You can probably see looking up, it's quite nice. But because I'm on the hill, I'm not quite getting that up angle that I want. So I'm going to adjust the camera to try and get in that mackerel sky. The gap in the rocks, where is it? Let me just see if I can show you that. See the gap in the rock? So as I was coming up, it was too much and there was nothing behind it to make that gap work. But by coming further up and kind of closing it up, it hides the emptiness, and I think that makes it work. So hopefully I'm going to get a dramatic shot out of this. I'm not going to show you the setup because I'm really against the clock, but if the picture's any good, I'll throw it up now. So yeah, in the next few weeks, it's going to be the absolute best for landscape photography. This is what I think most landscape photographers wait for, because summer is always very green and very hot and very midge infested, and then the autumn comes and we get later mornings, so we don't have to get up at 2 in the morning. We get shorter evenings, so we don't have to stick around waiting for sunset. But really it's about the colours, the mists, the fogs, the light. That's what we're waiting for. And it's on its way. It looks like it's advancing. The heather changing colour is a good sign. The blackberries being picked, another great sign. Autumn's got his hat on. Right, I'm going to carry on walking, see what else we can find. Right, it wouldn't be a Roach End shot without a shot of the Trig Point, especially when there's some interesting cloud around it. So I've got the bigger lens on. I've had a bit of a kerfuffle with lenses again, broken of the lens, and it's my most used lens as well, I think 24-105. Big repair cost, but I've got a cheap lens I bought just to sort of tide me through. It's 2880, I think. Not as good. It's cheap. I got it because it was cheap. Meanwhile, right now I've got the 7200 on because I'm taking a shot of the Trig Point as mentioned. And I already know I'm going to do it square. I mostly do stuff like this square, unless I'm literally catching the sun coming up or going down and I want lens flares and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Directly at it, going to get it smack in the middle. Really what it's about is the clouds. That's what it's about. And this is one of the shots that I'll get home and I'll mess about with in Lightroom. You know, what is right there right now isn't going to be the final result, I'm sure. Pretty though it is. It's a straightforward, I don't know what to tell you, any f-stop you choose, but I'm waffling. I'm just going to take the picture. I'm a bit more relaxed now. I can see what's around me fully, so I'm not rushing to get to the top or anything. And I'm still doing trig point shots, because one of the things I do, I don't know if this is a tip or not, is whenever I'm walking to anywhere, I always stop and look behind me after, you know, 100 yards or so, because if I'm not coming back that way, and if the light's in a certain way, or if the cloud cover's in a certain formation, then I might miss the opportunity of seeing something from a different perspective. So what I would always say is just look back at what you've gone past, because you might see an interesting perspective on what you've gone past, what you've gone through. Meanwhile, so the trig point, just bring that around. The trig point is quite a ways back now. Again, great, lovely pattern cloud cover. Could have been with a bit more texture, but it's got its own little rise. And then here, there's a rise. And then there, not there, God, there is a rise. So, and then the path snakes through it. Now, it's going to take probably some contrast work in Lightroom to make that happen. I just wanted to show, you know, that there is a path going through. So I don't know how I'm going to set that up. If I go low, I'll lose the path completely, I think. Too high, I may go higher, but if I go too high, I don't know actually. So as you can see, there's some lovely colour there. The red of this path, which unfortunately the way I've got it set up at the moment, is going to lose all that. Trig point, its own rise, and then there's a rise there and there's a rise there, and they're just disjointed. They're just sort of not quite opposite each other. So that, visually, to me, standing here, it looks quite good, but I don't know if I can pull that off as a picture. I wish this path was around, because I could capture some of the scenery there, but it's not. And short of getting a JCB, that's not going to happen. So I'm gonna whiz that up now. Well, my morning's done. I was going to do a bit more, but the clouds have gone over that side, which is where all the photography was going to be done. The fog hasn't come in. I wasn't promised it, but you know, you always live in hope. And I don't know if you can see it at the back of me, but it's just hanging around. It's going to dissipate as soon as that sun gets over that hill. It's not been a bad morning. It was a beautiful sunrise, and I wish I'd got here earlier. That would have been nice to capture. But hopefully the shots have come out all right. I don't know what my next trek is going to be. Probably a little bit further away from the Roaches. I'm at Roach End. I don't know if I actually mentioned that when I started the video. But yeah, get a little bit further away from the Roaches. I do want to get to Padley Gorge to catch it. I went to Padley, and I had such issues with sound and video that it wasn't worth putting the video together. So I'm going to go again, have a good walk around there while there's still a lot of greenery, I guess. Hopefully I'll probably go when there's been a bit of rain, because it's quite dry right now, and the water flow won't be good. And then I'm going to be looking forward to, hopefully in about 3-4 weeks, autumn colours should be hitting, and that should be spectacular. I am really looking forward to that. It's going to be the high point on my calendar, is Padley Gorge in the autumn. But hopefully you've enjoyed this. Please stick around, like, subscribe, share, etc. And look out for the next one. Bye for now.